If 8 billion people in the world fart at the same time, will this blue planet be blown out of its atmosphere by its own fart? Don't laugh. It's fluid mechanics. Cross-border exam questions in chemistry and biology. When 7 billion digestive systems work in sync, 1,120 billion milliliters of gas spewed out in 0.1 seconds. We are witnessing a game that is capable of, in the annals of science, bowel explosion. What is the approximate amount of farts per person per day? Each person farts about 14 times a day. Each fart volume is about 140 milliliters. The total amount is about 2 liters. Two of the main ingredients of farts. Which gas has the greatest impact on greenhouse gas emissions? Methane, as potent a greenhouse as carbon dioxide, 28 times. Methane in the fart accounts for about 7.38 billion worldwide. How many standards are equivalent to the total amount of gas in farts at the same time? Swimming pool. Total emissions approximately 112 million cubic meters, equivalent to about 4,480 standards. Swimming pools of 25,000 cubic meters each. 1. A scientific archive of farts, an underestimated arsenal of biological and chemical weapons. 1.1 Capacity data of human fart factory. Average daily output per person 14 times 140 ml equals 2 liters is equivalent to 1 large bottle of Coke. An amazing amount of farts in a lifetime, 70 years 365 days 2 L equals 51,100 liters. It can fill up to 2 standard swimming pools. Olfactory sensitivity 1 ppm. Hydrogen sulfide can be captured by the human sense of smell, 1,000 times more sensitive than perfume. The speed of the fart. The initial injection speed of the fart at room temperature is about 3 ms is equivalent to human jogging speed. 8 billion disaster level modeling of people farting at the same time. 2.1 The visual impact of the total amount of gas. Calculation of fart volume 8,140 milliliters equals 1.1210 L equals 112 cubic kilometers. Spatial contrast dimension, equivalent to 28,000 Egyptian pyramids, 1.3 million cubic meters, or 1.5. Hangzhou West Lake 14 million cubic meters. The gas is released instantly, if injected into Mount Everest, can be filled 8.7 times. Mount Everest has a volume of 12.8 cubic kilometers. 1980 compared to volcanic eruptions. Mount St. Helens erupted with a gas volume of 1.2 cubic kilometers. This fart disaster is equivalent to 93 eruptions of this scale. 2.2 Horror simulation of odor diffusion. Gas diffusion model. Suppose a centralized release in Manhattan, New York. When the wind speed is 5 ms and the concentration of hydrogen sulfide is 1 ppm. Pollution radius after 10 minutes. 15 kilometers within Beijing's 5th Ring Road. Area 700 square kilometers. After 1 hour, it will spread to 100 kilometers. The distance between Shanghai and Suzhou, covering the core area of the Yangtze River Delta, cover the entire area within 48 hours. Eastern China 1.2 million square kilometers. Historical reference events 2019. North Carolina pig farm. Biogas leak 100,000 liters. Residents within 3 kilometers were asphyxiated and sent to the hospital. The scale of this fart disaster is equivalent to 11,200 times. Pig farm spills happen at the same time. 2.3 Deduction of the possibility of combustion explosion. Total amount of combustible gas. Hydrogen plus methane equals 28 times 1.1210 and L equals 3.14. 10 financed L. Explosion equivalent calculation 1 liter hydrogen explosion power technologies 0.004 kg TNT total power equals 3.14. 10 0.004 equals 1.25610 GG. TNT, equivalent to 150,000 tons. TNT Hiroshima atomic bomb yield 150,000 tons. This is equivalent to 10 Hiroshima atomic bombs. Scientific explanation for surviving oxygen content in farts. 1 combustion requires 14 oxygen concentration. unable to form the three elements of combustion. Analysis of the chain reaction between environment and climate. 3.1 Short-term air quality disasters. PM 2.5 concentrations have soared. The amount of food particles that are not fully digested is approximately 50 gm. National standard limit 35 gm. The instantaneous concentration in Beijing area can reach 150 gm. Severe contamination standard, equivalent to 2013, 1.2 times that of Beijing when the smog was at its worst. Acid rain formation risk, hydrogen sulfide, plus water vapor, sulfuric acid. The pH value of rainwater in some areas can be reduced to 4.5, normal rain 5.6. Respiratory health threats. When the ammonia concentration reaches 20 ppm instantaneously, can lead to respiratory mucosal damage. About 1 billion people worldwide develop cough symptoms. 3.2 Long-term climate impact assessment. Methane contribution quantification. 78.4 million cubic meters of methane equals 220,000 tons of CO2 equivalent. 1 cubic meter of methane equals 28 kilograms CO2. Global livestock industry's annual methane emissions, 50 million tons. This time it accounts for 0.44. That's the equivalent of global car travel. 100 kilometers of carbon emissions, 120 million tons of 0.18. Effects of ozone hole. Ammonia in the fart may consume 0.001 ozone layer. That's 500 Boeing planes. 747 years of ozone depletion. 4. Nature's self-rescue mechanism, the whole process of gas purification. 4.1 Application of the laws of physical diffusion. Molecular thermal velocity. Gas molecules average 300 ms. After 1 hour, the concentration drops to the initial 11,000. According to Fick's law of diffusion, T equals 1.5 rd. R equals 10 kilometers. D equals 0.1 centimeter s. T equals 41,666 seconds. Technologies 11.5 hours. Atmospheric circulation. Stratospheric westerly belt 100 ms. Available at. Spread the fart cloud evenly around the world within 24 hours. 4.2 Chemical reaction degradation process. Methane elimination mechanism. Hydroxyl radical O breaks down 90 methane in 90 days. Reaction formula CH plus O, CH plus H2OO. Degradation rate 0.01 per hour. Hydrogen sulfide decomposition path. Sunlight ultraviolet light triggers photolysis reaction within 8 hours. 2 hours to seconds plus O2, 2 seconds plus 2 hours to O. Photolysis at the equator is 3 times faster than at the poles. Acid rain neutralization process. Atmospheric calcium carbonate particles can react with sulfuric acid. pH rises by 0.1 per hour. 5. Rain hole extension. Human daily life more dangerous than fart disaster. Global simultaneous driving. 1 hour. CO2 emissions. 20 per million tons, equivalent to 4.8 million times. Fart explosion. Promotion of electric carpool losses. $2.4 billion ecological value. Aviation daily operations. Ozone layer depletion. Equals 1 billion farts. Last. Skin cancer has surged in 20 years. Supersonic electric aircraft. Global tourism losses. $50 billion. E-waste incineration. Releasing to pounds equals 100 billion fart toxicity. Pollution. 100 West Lakes. Perfect. Electronic waste recycling system. Increasing healthcare spending. $30 billion. The daily consumption of plastic tableware is equivalent to 50 billion. The ecological burden of farts, killing every year. 1 million marine life. Promotion. Degradable plant. Fiber cutlery. Marine fishery losses $8 billion. Food waste daily output. Fart methane emissions equals 30 million farts. Exacerbating global warming. 0.001 implementation. Clear Your Plate campaign. Global year of food waste losses. $1.3 trillion. 6. The scientific apocalypse. From intestinal gas to ecological philosophy. 6.1. The metabolic resonance between the human body and the earth. The ecological metaphor of the digestive system. Human gut microbiota 1.5 kilogram contains 100 trillion microbes. A miniature model of the Earth's microbiome. Gas emissions carbon footprint. Each person generates 0 farts per year. 5 kilograms methane equals 14 kilograms CO2. Global total 5.6 billion kilograms CO2, equivalent to carbon emissions from 1.4 million flights, or annual emissions from 2.8 million cars. 6.2. The practical significance of absurd assumptions. Popular science value. 2023. YouTube popular science video. The physics of farts has over 100 million views, driving the growth of middle school students' interest in gas diffusion experiments. 300 sales of related teaching aids rose by 250. Environmental warnings. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency has reduce food waste, listed as an official recommendation to reduce methane emissions from farts. The proportion of fart methane caused by food waste in humans. 17 of emissions. Medical inspiration. Fart analysis can be used for disease diagnosis. Excessive methane levels may suggest irritable bowel syndrome. Conclusion. This absurd assumption reveals a truth: the environmental impact of human daily activities, far more alarming than collective farting. When we laugh at the smell of farts, maybe it's time to think how to make 8 billion. The digestive system and the earth coexist in harmony, from intestinal gases to industrial waste gases, from personal bowel movements to global warming. Every tiny metabolic act are writing the ecological health record of the planet. The next time you fart, and remember, it's not just gas that you're emitting, it is an ecological responsibility to the blue planet. And in reality, reduce food waste. Little things like green travel, far better than stopping the world from farting at the same time. More practical. That is the ultimate message of this scientific fantasy.